Alright guys, so this is going to be an open box review. I've not opened it yet. I just cut the tape. This is one of the reasons why I'm getting them, is because I just got new tires, and I want to protect the things that I tow. So I do transport stuff, go up to Washington State about every other weekend, transporting boats. I rent flatbed trailers and tow stuff on there, and also travel trailers. So one of the things that I notice is that when I give the client their item, it's usually going to have stuff that my tire had flicked up on it. Not so much rocks, especially these tires. Those lugs are so big that those tires got to be pretty, the rocks got to be pretty big in order to get stuck in there. But definitely mud. Sometimes I'll be transporting, I got to drive through grass, somebody's grass area, or a RV park. There's mud sometimes. Boat places will also be like that. So let's see how these look. Reason why I got these was because I've seen someone before drive down the street with them. I thought they looked pretty clean. I also wanted something that was temporary. I didn't have to keep on there all the time, because I don't want these on all the time. So these are huge. That's good, because I gotta take up a lot of space. Ooh, yeah, this is nice rubber. I like that. It's a nice, not too thick to where it's really stiff, but it's good quality. I like how they didn't put the emblem on, because I actually didn't want the emblem on. And if I am gonna put the emblem on, I'm gonna spray paint it black, because if you do follow me, I'm not much of a chrome person. So I wish these. That's all right. These are gonna be covered mostly, but yeah. Ooh, this looks nice, heavy duty. It looks heavier than it feels. It's not actually that heavy, but they do a lot of advertisement on these things with the rocktamers.com right there, and that's funny. Make sure everybody knows where they're from. So make sure here to read all instructions. It says here, adjust rods to the length. That's the silver rods you're gonna put inside, and you can pull them in and out, which is nice too, because depending on the size of tire, things like that, you're gonna want to be adjusted. So I do like that a lot. Another thing it says here is torque, do not over tighten. So and it says that there will be a gap, so that gap will not actually close. So make sure that I'm assuming that if you do tighten it too much, it can crack. And then these ones that I got is actually for 2.5. So you can see I have a 2.5 inch right here. I pulled out the pin already. And then I can also go smaller, because I have a smaller sleeve that can go in here. But this is the I mostly tow with this. So I'm gonna have to figure out when I switch this out to a smaller one. Eventually I'm gonna get the Gen Y hitch, so it's gonna be 2.5, and I won't have to keep changing this out. But I have multiple different hitches. The other two that I have are 2 inch, so they're smaller, which, unless I get a bigger bolt, you can see I don't think it's gonna reach. I'm gonna use this for now, because this is the main one that I use. Now these stupid stickers piss me off. I hate it when they have brand new product and they put these stupid stickers on here. You gotta spend like a half hour trying to take them off, and then you got all that sticky crap, so you gotta go grab some Goo Gone and take that off. It's like, don't put that on brand new product. I get there's warning labels, but it's like, you got one here, then you got another one there saying what is it, saying the exact same thing, and then you got this one over here. It's like, come on guys. Some people are going to end up using razor blades, and they're going to end up scratching up this thing. So that's not cool. Man. Alright, so it does look like it comes with the tools that you need. This is, come on, the little star, which is on the end of these right here. Then you have these caps, which are nice. These are the black caps if you don't want the chrome. For the nuts, these are the caps that go on the end. These ones right here. Then you have the tool, which I believe this is for poking holes. Maybe if you want to do adjustments for those flaps. And that's it. And they also have this one right here. So this one I'm going to use for this, to loosen this if I need to. Another thing you want to look out for is, and what I like is that I can loosen this bolt and tip it forward so that it doesn't end up running in the way of my lights. So my lights are a little high, higher than what you normally put them. Usually you put them in the center, like right there, but I'm glad I put them where they're at, because it won't block the lights. So keep that in mind when you're doing this too. And if you do go too far forward, it will lower this mat too low, then it will end up scraping on the ground. So keep that in mind as well. So but that's why I like adjustable ones like this. You know, I'm not gonna be using, I think these are all the different holes that I can use to adjust. There's only one hole in the middle, so I think I will end up, oh, that's perfect right there. Actually, I'll just put it right there, right on the outside. So nothing is tightened right now. There's so many different pieces and adjustments that I would need to make just for it to be the perfect length. Wanted to make sure that these facing in, not out, so make sure and do that. And then yeah, you go from there. And here it shows right here where you can do the cutting. So the cutting, and these are all the hole punches. So that's what that tool is for, if you need to make it shorter. So that is nice. That is a good something good that they thought about that you can't do to a lot of the other ones. And you know that as you punch those holes, you know it's going to be straight regardless. You don't have to try and cut, and you know, you can just use a razor blade and just cut right into these lines, which will keep it nice and clean and still look brand new. So that's a good idea. So something else you want to watch out for is your turning radius is going to be smaller with this as well. That's something to think about. Now I'm actually going to push it back further. See, I have a lot of gap. It said that there needed to be a 1-inch gap between the frame right here and the part of the hitch right here, and you can see I have a huge gap. So what I would do is I would push it back all the way to here. That gives me more room to do turns, because look, here's a turning. I got in a tight spot and had to turn real sharp and ended up putting a dent right there. And that's not something I can do. If I have this, I would end up hitting this most likely instead of this. So that's something to think about. So you can see here, it's blocking the lights. So that's why I'm going to move it forward. It does have the 3 holes. So the first hole is for small and mid-sized vehicles, full-size vehicles, and then large-size dualies or large-size vehicles like dualies and motorhomes. So that's really convenient. They did a good job at thinking of all the different sizes that this can be used for. Now this is the widest it goes, and I measured yesterday, and I believe mine is, my width between the outside tire and the other outside tire is 8 feet 5 inches, I think. And this looks perfect. This would definitely, you can see right there, it actually, my tire still sticks out probably a good 3 inches, so out of the mud flap. So this will greatly protect for sure anything that I'm towing. Alright, so I'm going to cut these. I'm going to take off 2 chunks. It does, let me show you what it looks like when I have it like that without cutting. So you can see here, probably have about a 1/2 inch on the bottom. I do have bags on the truck, so they can lower and raise between 10 inches. So with weight on the back and the adjustments that I do with the bags, I want to give it more clearance. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these off at least a good 4 inches. That should be okay. This is definitely a cool tool. It kind of looks like a whistle. It throws out the old pieces that you pop into, throws them out right here on the side. They ain't little teeny but holes, and yeah, it only took me 3 hits and made a nice hole. I cut these shorter. All this little cleanup, all this stuff right here, you won't even notice if there's any small little notches or anything like that, because it's going to go up into the sleeve. So sweet. So I thought these caps were actually going to cover this black hole, the chrome, but it doesn't. These are actually for the bolts in the back, just to help protect and probably look a little cleaner. But yeah, again, keep everything loose, don't tighten anything. It kind of helps to be able to move this around a little bit away from the bumper, to be able to do that as well. They look good. They'll definitely do the job. I like how everything's adjustable, so make sure you put everything nice and tight. I ended up using the number 13, the number 5/16, and the 5/8, and then this tool that they gave me for this guy here. I didn't really have to do much tightening on that. And this one I haven't even had to tighten at all. It was actually already tightened when they gave it to me, so that's fine. Something else that kind of sucks, but I didn't even think about it, is that the ball is loose. See that? So it will wobble around. You can see. Now these bars are not strong enough to step on, so keep that in mind. These, I think it was $260 on eBay. That's about the price range I was able to find for these. Something else that I've seen online is you can get, depending on where your exhaust hits. Now this might be too close and I might get a lot of heat exhaust and it could melt this. I don't know, I'll have to find out. But they do have a plate that they sell that you can attach to the back of this. They also have some where it's a nice clean hole that the exhaust will fit right inside of the mud flap as well. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Definitely on Instagram will be more updated than this.